You gotta cut out the breakfast, okay? The breakfast is making your kids fat. Get the whole milk, damn it. Take your shirts off.
Breakfast is turning the frogs gay. Wake up, people.
What are my options?
It could be any 3 crimes. What are my options?
Find a tombstone with just the first name Kyle.
Should I just take off my clothes right now? There's no possible way I can win.
Welcome to the What Are My Options podcast. We're your host today. I'm Trey. He is...
shirtless.
He is shirtless. Kyle, this is episode 22. We've been doing this for 6 months, and exactly 1 episode has been on time. I have been late to 1 episode, which leaves 20 episodes where Kyle has been late. Now, I want to walk through your day. So yesterday, day before pod, we're going to take it inch by inch, centimeter by centimeter. I message you around noon the day before just to really set things up. And I throw out a time, and it can always be a conversation. Rarely is it. You're very straight. I just go, hey, I used to schedule these for 2 p.m., okay? But you would always be late, and we do it at 3 p.m. So then I went, okay, I'll adjust to him. He's not going to say, we'll do 3 p.m. And now we film at 3:40 every week. So I'm scared to move it back to 4 because I'm running out of day. So I tell you the day before. I tell you yesterday at noon, Monday at noon, 3 p.m. tomorrow. Does that work for you? And you say, yeppers.
Yeppers.
Or just a thumbs up, and we're good to go. What happens? So how do you then plan to be here at 3 the following day?
Well, around 9:30 or 10 o'clock before I went to bed today, in the morning, by the way, that's a.m. I set my alarm. I see, like 5.5 hours. I'm like, that's plenty. Showtime. And before I go to bed at 9 a.m., I eat a big giant bowl of chicken and rice slop, a favorite of mine. And I'm like, this is probably going to give me a tummy ache tomorrow. But I can probably push it out before the pod. And my alarm goes off at 5 till, and I wake up. And have you ever... Because there's 2 type of tummy aches. There's the tummy ache where it wakes you up. And those ruin your whole day.
Yeah.
Because it throws you off. And then there's the ones where you wake up, and the first thing you notice as your eyes open is... Oh.
And you're scared to move because the pressure is so dense that you might make duty on the bed before you get out of the bed, and you lay still and you go, okay, what's the most efficient way to get from point A to point B? I plank out because I'm scared to lean forward and put pressure on my abdomen. I immediately go stiff as a board. I roll, knees hit carpet. I then extend body upward. I then keep body perfectly stiff, lift my legs under me. I waddle to the bathroom, and just as I've removed my underwear, Mount Vesuvius exists.
If you had a genie's wish and could remove the need to poop, would you, or do you find pooping to be a relaxing part of life?
I was saying this I think pooping can be inconvenient, but a joy. I think it could stop you from other joys. We were at a Discord call for a game night the other night, and I'll just name him. Taylor was taking forever, and we were like, "What's taking so long?" He goes, "I'm pooping. Quit interrupting me. I'm having a good time." And there was some judgment, and I was like, "No, I'm with them. Pooping's." Even if it's unless people are like, what about constipation? That's not pooping. That's you're trying to poop and you can't. That's like you have to sneeze but you can't. That's just the anticipation. But especially for men, there is a fun sort of gizmo in the area that only a poop or another item, if you're into that, can hit. I'm not saying I enjoy pooping in a sexual manner. Let's slow that down immediately. But in the same...
This has gone a completely different direction.
In the same way as when you have a really good pee and the pressures, like, you're like you hear that, that same sort of like, I feel when I poop. don't leave me out here. You are shirtless. You've delayed the podcast an hour by pooping. You started the podcast by talking about poop, and now you've walked me out to the plank. You're like, yeah, you've got your arm around me. Yeah, Trey. So I was pooping. We poop. You poop. I poop, and you threw me overboard.
You just jumped off. Like I was setting up the plank, and you've already dived in.
So where did I lose you? Do you not enjoy pooping?
It was right around the spot.
Oh, okay.
Why is it in there though?
Oh, why is it in there? I think it's an extra plug. I'm gonna be lame about this. I think it's an extra cork to make sure men live shorter than women. That way, something about reproduction. I'm sure there's some good reason for the men to die sooner than the women. And all I know about the prostate is that it feel good and it cancer. And those are the two things it accomplishes. I'm sure there's other things it does, but all I know is it's like awesome if you're into that, or it sucks by about age 40.
Is there anything else in life that's nice but can also kill you?
My ex-wife.
But her aim is getting better.
This pod's getting better. We're talking about poop. We're talking about prostate. We're talking about ex-wives.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if you're talking to your stomach right now or to me.
I feel like I'm at the point where I should go get my prostate checked.
Yeah, you are. We talked about this on at least 5 episodes so far. You are at that point.
Yeah. They're like 30 years old. Just go check everything.
You're at the point where you should be keeping track of your fiber. Like every time you watch a commercial and they're like, check out your HLG one, check out your NVC. You should be taking notes when those commercials catch on. Do you know what your HLG one is?
No!
I'm lowering my A1C. When they sing that jingle, that great jingle, you should be like, I should be lowering my A1C. No idea what it is. I'm not 30 yet, but when I am, I'll be like, yes, my A1C, my H1G1, my HGTV, I've got it.
I don't even know what cholesterol is. I just know that like Cheerios help, I think, because they always bring that up. Is that something I should pay attention to?
I don't think Cheerios, I think help is a weird word. I think it's that it's a better alternative. I think it's just because it's a breakfast that's low in cholesterol. Like either you have eggs, you have bacon, you have fried toast or something, or you have lame Cheerios, which are low in cholesterol.
I just assumed like
I don't think the bee is in there shooting the cholesterol out of you.
Doctors discovered that Cheerios is like the one thing that cures cholesterol, and now Cheerios is just having a field day with it. They bring it up any chance they get.
Yeah, if it was a repair kit, doctors would be issuing prescriptions to Cheerios all the time. No, it's just like, hey, instead of eating all these fatty, terrible foods for you, have this piece of cardboard dipped in milk for a little bit.
Okay, let's Honey Nut Cheerios might be like, I've brought this up. This is like top 2 cereals. The second they get honey on that shit, holy shit.
I want to say Honey Nut Cheerio is the vanilla ice cream of cereal. It's the default. You haven't even begun to dream. You've only stepped foot into Pandora's box. You haven't even unleashed the horrors that lay within. You haven't unlocked fruit flavoring, because you can have that honey sugary. That's already a default in the other cereal flavors.
Have you gotten to the age yet where like kid cereals are like you're just like that? No. Or do you still knock them out?
Okay, here's where we're different adults, and people would think I'm the older one here. And you like people comment on both of us now. Ooh, that's a rough 30 for both of us. What are these 50-year-olds doing talking about this young kid shit? I haven't had cereal since high school. I've maybe had 2 bowls since high school. Kyle.
What?
Kyle.
What?
Kyle. You shouldn't be eating cereal. I don't know. Again, you're a grown adult. You're a grown adult.
It's part of a balanced breakfast.
No, it's not. Do you know who paid for that commercial? You don't know who told you that? Do you not remember who said that? Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger The mascot for a breakfast cereal told you it was part of a balanced breakfast. No doctor has ever told you that. No teacher. Remember who told you that? Tony
Is this like
the Tiger.
Is this like the goddamn food pyramid where it was made by the bread people?
Yes!
So they made the bottom of the pyramid all bread?
Big Bacon Jimmy Dean invented breakfast to sell more bacon and eggs because at the time they were only selling it for dinner.
Breakfast is not a scam.
Breakfast is a scam.
Breakfast is not them out to get you. It's not a conspiracy.
You need 2 well-portioned meals a day with maybe a light snack somewhere else in there. But you shouldn't have a third meal in your day. You shouldn't have 800 calories, 800 calories, 800 calories. You should not have a normal size lunch, a normal dinner that most people have, and fucking eggs, bacon, toast. That's cholesterol.
Are you telling me that the most important meal of the day is just CEOs lining their pockets? It's all a scam?
Yes, of course it's on the... You think the most important meal that you think our bodies... They put us to rest. They put us in a coma for 8 hours. They rinse the brain. You exhale weight. You lose calories. Your liver, your kidneys are ejecting poisons into your urine and your feces to excrete when you wake up. And you think the first thing your body wants is 4 eggs from a chicken's ass full of cholesterol and fat. Just the fatty fat from a pig called bacon drowned in grease. And the gravy from a chicken meal you made a week ago with some weird white extracted pepper added to it. Salt on everything. You think that's what your body needs to start the day.
That sounds so good right now.
I
know.
God. It's amazing. Again, people are going to yell at me. Everyone is different. I'm sure some people wake up and because they've got diabetes do need a quick, immediate, blood sugar fix in the morning. Again, everyone is different. But the widespread, classic breakfast you see in movies and TV is a scam to push more eggs and bacon. There is a direct linear correlation. There's a linear correlation between them pushing eggs and bacon for breakfast and diabetes in America.
This is not the direction
this
I
is
thought
my
this was going to go.
Conspiracy theory. Yeah, you didn't think the poop feel kind of good kind of guy was the anti-breakfast.
You jumped off the pirate ship and I put down the ladder and you swam deeper.
I haven't. Not only have I only had 2 bowls of cereal, maybe. Cereal's a fucking dessert. The only time I've had those 2 bowls of cereal, I had after dinner before bed because I didn't have a big dinner. I wanted one more snack before bed. It's a dessert. I was going to
say, cereal for dessert does hit really hard. But there's so many cereals. You're missing out. It's good stuff.
Right, and that's why I was a kid once, and I banged through all the cereals. Now, if I get cereal, and this was in high school, the cereal that I had, I immediately realized it. I get K1, Fiber One, strawberries, yogurt, granola. That's my favorite
That's why you're not enjoying
cereal.
Your cereal.
I've had the Cap'n Crunches. I ate Cap'n Crunch so good so much. I once ate and swallowed a tooth and didn't know it until 2 hours later. And I went, when could I have lost a tooth and not noticed it? Oh yeah, Captain Crunch, the strongest, crunchiest substance known to man.
I despise Captain Crunch. That shit's awful.
But yeah, that's why I love breakfast for dinner, because I love breakfast foods too. I genuinely have not had breakfast, period. Wife can confirm this. I have not had breakfast unless I'm at a hotel or on vacation or something like that. I have not had breakfast first thing in the morning in the last probably 8 years.
That's
nary
crazy.
A Pop-Tart. The first thing I eat every day, I wake up, I go about my day for 2 hours. I take my meds. I drink a bottle of water. And about 2 hours after waking up, I have lunch. Then 4 hours later, I start prepping dinner for me and wife. We eat dinner. And then maybe, if I'm up too late or didn't make enough for dinner, I'll have a small snack to end the day. But that way, I'm immediately starting at a minimum 2 rather than 3 meals to start the day.
This just feels like some sort of crazy Joe Rogan podcast.
It does, but I'm like, this is
where Joe Rogan comes out and he's like, breakfast is a scam, right?
Okay, I left my phone over there. I do need listen. I'm telling you, these are fact driven. They had corporate meetings. They went, we're not selling enough eggs and bacon. We need to tell America that it's all part of a well-balanced breakfast. And then they did. And then we ate eggs and bacon for breakfast. And then we got diabetes. That happened.
Sometimes it does feel like you're like, why are they pushing so hard for this? Like, have you seen all this whole milk shit?
Go on. Which part of the whole milk shit?
You haven't seen they're putting out like government, like Trump and the government are all putting out like messages all over Twitter and online and videos saying, drink whole milk. It's American. It's your American duty to drink whole milk. And they're like paying celebrities and grifters to like, they're doing like their own got milk where they drink the milk and it's like got whole milk. And I'm like, what is going on? What's happening? And I think a lot of people think that there was this big push for raw milk. And I don't know if you remember, but everybody
because the whole people think pasteurization is a bad thing when it's just the act of boiling something.
Yeah, they want milk straight from the teat, where you got a little bit of pus and a little bit of blood and a little bit of grime, but it's natural. And we don't want people heating it up and removing it.
You being shirtless and getting so red and me yelling, this is, you're right, the most Joe Rogan episode we've ever had. Immediately. Folks, you gotta be pooping more. It feels so good. We can't let just the gays have it. We gotta be pooping more. We're letting them have all the fun. You gotta cut out the breakfast, okay? The breakfast is making your kids fat. Get the whole milk, damn it. Take your shirts off.
Breakfast is turning the frogs gay. Wake up, people. And I think they were going to do a big government push for raw milk, and then at the last minute, lawyers were like, dude, we're going to get sued. People are going to start drinking raw milk en masse and like throwing up and getting diarrhea. So at the last second, they just switched to a different milk, and now it's just like silly.
That didn't stop him from Tylenol, man. It didn't stop him from Tylenol. I don't know. I drink 2% just because I prefer the flavor.
Which one is basically water? Wasn't it you who told me about whole milk, right?
Yeah, whole milk is only 3%. It means it's 3% fat content.
I was complaining that milk was too watery, and you're like, you gotta get whole milk.
Yeah, if you
get whole milk. And
see,
it's
I was on the Trump
stuff.
train early, man.
I guess you were.
This is a perfect segue to a topic I wanted to talk to you. God, me podcasting without my phone near me to fact check the things I'm saying. Ugh. This is how you should be podcasting. It is like a Joe Rogan podcast. And not checking it as you go so people can yell at you later. I'm
tired of fact checking. Sources that I made it up. Sources, it came to me in a dream.
I will say, I will go back in the edit, and if I'm wrong, there will be pop-ups along the way. But I was doing my taxes the other night. I filed them for me and wife since we're married. It's just easier to do the taxes together. And it was like, ooh, new possible deduction. You have to check this. You've never done this before. And it was for Trump investing coin. And it was like, has you or anyone in your family invested in Trump coin? You may be liable for these deductions. And I went, I don't think this is okay. And I can't, it's one of those things you can't explain why it's wrong. But I just was like, this isn't okay. I don't like that.
Was this like a class action lawsuit where they're like, listen, you get some money back? Or was it
That's
just
not
like,
how,
hey.
No, it was because like if you invest in crypto or anything like that, you do get certain deductions or there's certain extra taxes. So it was just because it was its own thing with its own laws. Apparently they were like, we have to put it in its own tax category here. And so I had to clarify, no, I have not invested in Trump. I apologize.
You're going to get a meanly worded letter in the mail where he's like, why not? Why not? IRS told me you're not helping out.
Dude, how do you do your taxes? I was going to ask this. I was picturing you shirtless, straining on the toilet, eating 3 breakfasts, and you got to do your taxes.
I have not done my taxes since stocks.
You have not done your taxes since stocks.
And I want to make that very clear. I'm not committing tax fraud. even though I thought about it.
Yeah.
I have always wanted to see what would happen if I just...
It's pretty easy to tax fraud. I'm just going to throw that out there. Don't
fact check this, people. This is the most sure he's ever been.
Don't
of
fact
any
check.
episode.
I'm so unrestrained.
I have H&R Block do my taxes every year. The same woman. She's gotten real good at it. She does a good job. I used to always do my taxes. It was super easy. And then the GameStop stock thing happened. And I was one of the geniuses that hit the ground running with that shit.
You were one of the guys. This is the look at the camera. This is one of the geniuses. If you're wondering where they are, the people that run the cabal, that run the deep state, that are making millions off of a crumbling games company, it's men like this who drink whole milk and eat 3 well-balanced breakfasts a day.
For those who don't know, a quick 30-second recap on how I became a millionaire. So during the COVID times, a bunch of stock companies were like, hey, these companies are going to go bankrupt after COVID, like GameStop. Nobody buys video games. And so GameStop stock was dropping to like cents, and the company was going to go bankrupt. And then people are like, yo, you know that eventually they're going to have to buy this and stuff for cheap. So they bought it and they bought it and they bought it, and I bought a bunch, and it went from cheap to like all the way up to $450 a share. And in stocks, if you buy a share for $1 and it gets to $10 and you sell, you made a profit of $9. Bada boom. So I was buying a bunch of these for like $20, $40, and it got up to $480. And for a brief moment, I'm like, I'm going to be the richest man who's ever lived. And then the government and Robinhood and stuff, they turned
off the ability to trade the stocks that you rightfully had. One of the most criminal, corrupt things to ever happen. They just went, hey, these billionaires are going to lose a lot of money, and these little people are going to make money. We're just going to turn off stocks.
Like, straight up, they're like, you can sell, but we're not enabling buying until it goes back to normal. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay. And then obviously a lot of people were like, oh, it's going to peak here. It's done. So they started selling. And so I made sure to sell, and I'm like, that went pretty good. But I'm like, damn, just imagine an alternate reality where they weren't like, no, we got to stop. These loser-ass nerds are making money.
There's a pretty good movie with Paul Dano in it as the cat. I forget, what's the guy that led the charge on this? It's something like Cool Cat or something like that.
Yeah, it was some nerdy-ass Redditor that noticed in the first place and explained shorting. Yeah. And it was just like,
it was a Redditor on Wall Street Bets, a place where you just meme on stocks and nothing happens until everything happens. There's a movie called Dumb Money with Paul Dano. I think it's directed by Seth Rogen. I would recommend, and it goes through the whole thing. And when you see those, it'll show those college-age kids buying stocks and freaking out. Just picture Kyle in that scene.
Yeah, this is like a common thing in stocks. I think there was another movie, The Big Short.
The Big Short, yep.
Yeah, these things, and
it's just Steve Carell freaking the fuck out that rich people are terrible. He's like, yeah, I just sold a stripper 3 houses last week, and Steve Carell goes, what the fuck? Are they criminals or are they stupid? And they were just like, they're both, man. They're both. They know they're criminals and they're stupid.
And I just remember that year doing my taxes the same as I do to every year. And you get to the option where it's like, did you sell any stocks? And I'm like, yes. And then it pops up like 40 more questions.
Capital gains
about like
tax.
Yeah. And it's like every single stock, it wants to know like when I bought it and when I sold it. Because if you wait a year and sell, it's different. Because a lot of people, they do day trading where like they'll literally in one day, it'll go down 5% and they'll buy, and then it'll go up 6% and they'll sell. And they just do that all day. And that's how they make money.
It's literally how billionaires get interest and not pay taxes. They put all their money in stocks, and then you don't pay tax on money on stocks until you withdraw. So they wait.
Yeah.
And then their money is gaining more interest than it would in a bank account, and it's not being taxed. And then by the time it finally comes out, being bada boom, bada bam, rich.
This is a nice segue because if any of you have a 401k, look at the stock market today. It's like record breaking drops today because of good old Greenland, which might be the 51st state soon.
I saw that there's a petition in California to join Denmark, so we would just trade. I'm like, honestly, that'd be fun. I'd move to California, Denmark. I was reading, and if it would never happen, but if the petition went through and Denmark actually was like, sure, we'll take California off your hands, Denmark would immediately become a top 5 global superpower. Which would be so funny. Their population would go 200 times increase.
Oh my God.
But yeah, Donald Trump, not to get political, but this is just verbatim, wrote a handwritten letter to the fucking head of Norway and Denmark saying, hey guys, really lame you didn't give me the Nobel Peace Prize for stopping 8 wars. And then he just puts like in parentheses, what the heck? It feels like a South Park episode where it's just like, this is actually what he said. Like in the future movie, they'll have to cut in with like Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie being like, this is what actually happened, by the way. And then he goes,
oh my God.
And so it's because of this, I don't think of peace anymore. Because you didn't give me the peace award, I don't think about peace anymore. And so it was with that I'm going to start taking aggressive action towards Greenland. And it's like, that's the brick that broke it, huh?
They straight up had a politician on TV and he's like, we should be allowed to invade countries that can't invade themselves. And I'm like, that's cool in like a game of Civilization or Risk.
Yeah.
But like in real life, that just feels kind of like evil. Like, this country doesn't really have an army. We can have it.
In the letter, he said we had a right to take it because there's nothing in writing that says it belonged to them in the beginning, which you could just say the same thing about America and the Native Americans. That like, what? I just don't. There's nothing in writing that says America belongs to Donald Trump either.
He literally said like, they think they own that land just because they showed up on boat one day.
It's like,
and I'm like, buddy,
do you know why we're here right now?
Buddy.
That's all of the countries. They showed up and they did some crazy shit.
And I think the funniest thing is NATO and the EU and a bunch of countries. This is going to be our most political episode. We're just political.
We're fully
guys
Joe Rogan today.
They like were like, yo, should we back out of this stuff? And then they, as a test, they did like a test where they gave like a really important piece of intel to Trump. And I think he like immediately showed it to Russia and leaked it, and everybody found out, and now they've announced that they're gonna stop sharing intel with the US
that makes sense.
Entirely.
I saw today the EU had a special meeting with Donald Trump to talk about the Greenland situation, and the I think it was one of the parliament members of Norway in his speech was like, "Fuck you, Mr. President. Fuck yourself." And they had to like interrupt and be like, while we don't agree or disagree with what he's saying, we cannot be saying "fuck you, Mr. President" in this very important meeting.
It's just because like Greenland lets us be there. They let us have like
we have military bases there right now.
Yeah, they allow it. Yeah. They're chill. They like
perfectly
us.
fine. We literally have bases there.
Like, we want it.
Yeah, we're already there.
We're already there.
And we're like, what if we complicated the situation?
Oh my God. It feels like the last so many years, it just feels like in the future when kids are reading like their social studies book. And it's like where they have like an entire year summarized on like one page.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's gonna be so much bullshit.
Yeah, these were the 8 years of Obama. There was a housing crisis. It recovered after a couple of years. Then this happens. And it's just its own book. No, it's annoying because there's a lot of apolitical people in the world, you know, for good reason. It's easy to like be like, I'm exhausted at a certain point. Like, have you watched the new Knives Out?
Not yet.
Okay.
I don't have Netflix. I want to watch it.
There's just a right-wing grifter in it, sort of Joe Rogan. And he's like, yeah, I try to make a go for politics. You know, I talked about the trans thing. I talked about the gay thing. I talked about the Ukraine thing. I talked about the vaccine thing. I talked about the COVID thing. I talked about the liberals taking our stoves thing, liberals taking our guns thing, the school shooting thing. And he goes to listen to 15. He goes, but I just couldn't connect to the audience. They seem they seem exhausted at this point. I don't know why though. It's just like, I don't know why they're so out of touch and don't care anymore. But like, yeah, there's like wife, for instance, will over the last like 5 years I've known her, she'll be like, hey, this big thing happened. What does that mean? Can this happen? And it used to be very simple questions like, when the stock market froze or whatever. She was like, can they do that? And I was like, no, it will have to unfreeze in a couple days. And then a lot of other bad things happened. And she was like, well, what now? And I go, well, I don't know. Because the history book said that if this, then that. And that's not happening right now. And sort of every time that happens, I just get, it's so like, yeah, she was like, Trump said he wants Greenland. What now? And I go, don't know. He's not supposed to want it. We have stuff there. And she goes, but why would he want it? I go, don't know. Don't fucking know. No fucking idea. No earthly idea.
Now, I want to make it very clear that I'm very anti-invading countries and taking Greenland. But, once again, for my predictions for the year, I did say the U.S. would invade 2 countries.
Yep.
And this would be a win for me. So, you know.
Woo! And you mean wins because the Packers and Bears have fallen out of the playoffs and have no chance of winning the Super Bowl. The Packers and Bears are out. The Bears went out.
Oh, the Bears are out.
The Bears are out. You officially can get a max of 4 points this year.
Oh, I need you to have surgery.
You really do need me to have surgery. Real bad. But there's another positive on the horizon. The GTA 6 studios suffered a massive office fire when a boiler exploded. And people went, uh-oh. And I went, Kyle's celebrating somewhere that these people just lost their offices.
That game's getting delayed.
I don't think they put out a statement yet. That was just the headline that I had read so far.
What they're gonna come out and be like, listen, we didn't want stuff in the cloud because it would get stolen, so it's all gone. We got to start over.
I was gonna say it shouldn't delay unless they're the weirdest game studio ever and they had everything on like hard copy and paper.
I remember that happened with I think Toy Story 2.
Yeah, there was one guy. The movie was almost lost, but there was one guy who was secretly taking his work home with him when he wasn't supposed to.
They literally at the studio deleted the entirety of the movie by mistake, every file, and they're just like, well, Toy Story 2 is gone. We lost it. Yeah, one employee like had USBs of the files that they brought it home to like animate it home, and they're like, and then that employee was celebrated, and then not fun fact, about 4 or 5 years ago they let them go for layoffs.
Yeah, even though he saved one of like the major films that they needed.
It shows everybody is expendable. You can literally save the company. And when it comes time to small in the company, you're out.
God, explaining adult things to new adults is just, you go, maybe I shouldn't be so like apathetic to that. That's another thing. We because I already lived on my own before me and Priscilla moved in together, and we lived at a place for a couple of years together, and the landlord sent out a message going, hey, when your lease renews, it will be at this rental rate. It'll be an extra $100 a month. And she goes, what did we do wrong? And I go, huh? And she was like, what? Why are they doing that? I'm like, oh. I mean, because they can. Because we're gonna pay it and keep living here, and they know that? And she's like, really? And I go, huh. I thought this was common. I was like, yeah, I've been doing that I've never not had my rent go up every year.
I straight up, I was like, so many places now, they'll purposely put the rent really low because they know after a year they can just raise it really high. And you'll have to keep paying it. And I'm like, is the rest of my life just going to have to be moving every year to have affordable rent? Because, like, goddamn, screw. We started with pooping and cereal.
See? People don't know we can get deep. We cover every topic.
The world has broken us.
We tried to be the poop podcast today, guys. We had an agreement, but we just had to cover the serious topics like rent control.
Everything just sucks. Rent control, the stock market, the government. Oh my God.
All right, real quick, I do have to grab my phone because I have some topics over there, and I think what are we early? I feel like we're like 2 hours in already. I feel gassed. I feel defeated. I just got a Discord message from Bryant, a.k.a. Shirtless Pumpkin, a.k.a. a friend of the channel. Bryant says, if you guys have a recording to do soon, you should vote on if I'm lucky or getting scammed. Got an email saying I won the free gas for a year drawing that I entered at the State Fair Ford booth. The prize is $1,200, so they want me to fill out a tax form, which means give them my social security number.
What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst? Social security number, if they have that, what's the worst that could happen?
So the easy way around is what I always tell people. If ever you sniff a scam, you just call the original people directly and route it on your own terms. Every time. Unfortunately, that does seem likely if you were to win a prize like that, how that would go.
The goddamn state fair put your name in this bucket for a chance to win a prize.
Yeah.
But like if I was a scammer, I would literally just send an email to everybody and be like, "Hey, that state fair prize you put in for you won."
Yeah, a lot of people will go, "Well, oh, I didn't go to the state fair. It's obviously scam." But odds are you go to everyone in the state, somebody was at the state fair, somebody put their name in the bucket, and boom, you just need that one guy.
The one asshole that puts it in every single bucket and it's just like, did I do for that one? Yeah, probably.
I'm just lucky I've never been the first to get scammed in a unique way, because usually I'll just type in Verizon call me asking for this scam. And it's 100 posts going like, this is the scam. This is exactly how I go. Oh, perfect. If I'm ever because the guy that has to make that first Reddit post got fucked. I'm so scared to be and that could be Bryant here. He could be the first to get the state food gas scam.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, I'm going to say it so he can confirm. So we're just going to take a bet here. I'm going to say you're not being scammed. You should verify, obviously. I don't think you're being scammed.
If you put in for that bucket and you remember very well that you did, then it's probably fine. Give them your social. Worst case, you'll never have a solid credit score ever again. But $1,200 is $1,200.
Yeah, I think the odds are incredibly low that you got the most specific to you scam of all time. I'm pretty sure you're in the clear.
I just had to cancel one of my debit cards.
Okay.
Because I got one of those fraud alerts. And straight up, I'm like, I made some big purchases lately. You know, I just bought a bunch of Hawaiian shirts. Would love to be wearing them. And then I check it, and there's a goddamn order for a Domino's pizza. And I'm like, I have not ordered Domino's pizza. And I'm like...
You've never ordered Domino's pizza?
I've ordered a Domino's pizza and instantly regretted it.
Really? I love Domino's. That's my favorite, like, chain pizza.
They're better now.
Yeah. I was going to say, because it's possible they didn't steal your card info. It's possible they stole your Domino's account info.
The idea of a hacker getting my Domino's account and just being like, finally. But I think somebody, because, you know, you have the gas stations where it steals your info, or you put your card online and then it gets hacked. But, like, you know, normally somebody gets your card info and they'll, like, buy something for $1.
Yep.
And they'll buy something for $1 and they're like, okay, I'm not getting stopped. And then they'll buy like as much as they can before they get cut off. And I've had that before where I had to cancel a debit card. I got a call because somebody ordered $900 worth of Best Buy merch to their house. And they're like, well, at least it was ordered to their address, so this is going to be an easy arrest. And I'm like, what a dipshit.
Right.
But the idea of getting my info and immediately just being like, I'm hungry.
Yeah. That could have been. I mean, that's an easy test to do. You just go, all right, I'll do that.
And in the end, like, nobody lost here because I got refunded and they got a free pizza. So in a way, the world just
nobody got hurt.
Just
They're
had a
not
nice
going to
moment.
be out there to scam another person out of their money who may not catch on as quickly.
Oh yeah, they're probably scamming other people.
Yeah.
This probably wasn't a one-off.
I don't think
thing.
they learned their lesson right after that. I don't think they were like, guys, we have to do this big scam. Just now, how do you do you think they got your card info just from like a skimmer or something?
Probably, because it was one of my like work pay cards where I have 5% of my paycheck go on this card every week, and I use it for like gas and shit.
I was gonna say,
So-
because everything's tap to pay now, or like Apple Pay. I hate the future in that I go up to a stranger. I go, here are my goods. They say $22.95, and I slap my phone on a piece of tech, and it doesn't do anything. And then they go, we don't have tap. And then I unload my gun and I shoot myself.
Theoretically, could I steal a bunch of money from people from setting up a tap to pay thing on my phone and just like bumping into people?
I don't think so, because at least my phone, whenever I do tap to pay, I have to like do either type in my code or show my face to my phone. So it has to be really specific. They're looking at their phone. You slide under them. You bump it right on their phone. And they go, oh, shit, I'm looking at it.
$100 charge.
Yeah, and then you run away. No, because nothing works. So half the places I go, actually 60% of the places I go have tap to pay, which is perfect. Because after like a month, none of my card stripes ever work. And so I'm tapping. They go, we don't have tap. I got to use the card. If you want to use the card, you have to use the stupid fucking chip. They won't let you swipe it. But my chip never works. But my swipe always works. But the machine won't let you swipe until you failed the chip 3 times. And then it says go to swipe. So a lot of places, I'll tap. They'll go, oh, sorry, let me try again. I'll tap. They'll go, oh, are you trying to tap? And I go, what does it look like I'm doing? They go, oh, we don't have tap. So then I pull out my card. I put in my chip. And it says can't read. And I go, oh, I need to swipe it. And I'll swipe and they'll go, oh, you need to put in your chip. And I go, okay, but it's not going to work. And they go, yeah, you have to fail the chip 3 times, then you can swipe. And I feel like I'm unlocking a fucking box.
God.
And so then I do that and then I swipe. Or you're at goddamn Walmart. Walmart doesn't have Apple Pay. They have Walmart Pay. You have to download the Walmart app and then do the exact same shit as Apple Pay, but inside the Walmart Pay app.
You know, having like a $30 in your pocket in cash, and then you just hand it to the cashier.
The machines have forgotten how to read money. It's been so long. I had $5 in ones at Walmart the other day, and I was like, oh, I'll put this in before I use my card to knock $5 off the price. 3 of the dollars got rejected from the goddamn machine.
I went to a local grocery store the other day, and I got it to the cashier, and it's like, we will only take cash if it's exact change. And I'm like, holy shit.
Well, no, they have to do that because the pennies now. I was at McDonald's the other day, and people were screaming at them because it was that night they had finally ran out of pennies, and they shit out this printed sign on all the windows and menus that was like, please give exact change or round up to the nearest dollar or 5 cents to the Ronald McDonald House. We don't have pennies. And people were just like screaming at them, and they were like, we're not going to give you the free money. You either give us extra or exact. We're not going to give you 4 cents off your food. Obviously, we're McDonald's. And they were just having screaming matches with customer after customer. I want to feel bad, but also if I'm ever at a Taco Bell or McDonald's drive-thru and I see someone look at the menu and order with their mouth, I want to scream. And I know that's crazy because there's a whole generation of people that this is a fraction of their life. But I can't imagine not only ordering off the menu, but people getting to Taco Bell or McDonald's at 50 years old and not knowing what the fuck they want. It's been there. It's an institution. You know the 3 things you want.
First time.
It must be. Like 1 out of 5 times I go to these restaurants, these major chains, they're the same everywhere you go. They've been the same for the last 50 years. And they go, give me a second. And I just don't understand how that's real. And
if I was an out-of-touch 50-year-old man and I was at the Taco Bell drive-thru for the first time and I saw a heavenly assortment before me, it would break my mind.
It would be shocking. They're just, that's got to be weird. Like, is there some people that are like, I got to wait till I'm 50, then I will see what the youth have brought us. And they go, holy God in heaven.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I go, you did mobile order. Okay. Oh, you're looking at the menu. Oh, you're thinking about the menu. I've went to Taco Bell. I've been in line behind people and they go, do you have anything without beef? And it's like, shut up, leave. The whole menu, various forms of beef. It's all beef. It's all beef slop in a different form. Even the chicken chalupa has beef slop in the cheese.
Don't you hate it when you're behind someone and they're ordering food slop?
Yeah.
Paying for it with money slop.
Thinking about everything's slop now. I leave the Taco Bell, they give me the bag. I don't look in the bag. I feel the weight of the bag because I know the weight that I've paid for, and I know that I'll like the slop. We were at the theater the other day, me and Harmonica Kyle, and they played the trailer for the new Ryan Reynolds' wife movie. I forget her name. And we looked at each other and we were like, woman slop.
Woman slop.
We looked at woman slop.
I love that slop was originally a word for like, it's just like the AI generated shit on YouTube and TikTok that you swipe past. It's all just slop. And then people started adding the word slop to everything, and it became really funny. Because it's like people get really, really specific and really mad. Because it's like you play like a multiplayer game online, and someone's like, that's just friend slop.
It's just, yeah, dude. I call it Vanos Gaming slop. But yeah, friend slop, Vanos Gaming slop. Every time we play games, there's always that one guy that mentions the latest repo or peak or whatever, and I go, no, because it's not going to be the YouTube video. We're four dipshits. We're not Vanos Gaming and friends. No, the other day I asked wife, I was like, hey, do you want me to put on a movie or our favorite show? And she goes, nah, just put on some slop. And I was like, you shouldn't say that. You're meant to be the grounded, normal person in this relationship. But she was just like, put on slop. And I went, I know what that means. It means go to Netflix and put on whatever they're shilling right now.
Yeah. I saw a picture and it was like a bunch of like 90s video games and shows, and it's like, this is all unk slop. And I'm like, holy shit.
That should be all the Netflix categories. Unk slop, woman slop, man slop. Because I know what that means immediately.
Yeah.
Versus it's like, you go to categories now and it's like fun for the whole family. And it's all the Die Hard movies for some reason.
Kid slop. Yeah.
It should just be kid slop, man slop, woman slop.
Netflix should just change all their categories to just the genre and then slop.
Yeah. There should be slop. If you're on a movie service, yeah, it should be slop and cinema. It should be man cinema, man slop, woman cinema, man slop. It would such a better service because you know what you're in the mood for.
You boot it up and it's like two categories and it's like cinema and slop. And sometimes you want to click the slop and you're like, some comedy slop.
Yeah,
some action slop.
Like I go on there, I go down teen drama slop. I'm going slop instead of cinema. Teen drama slop. What movie is right there? Right on top of your head, you know what it is.
Teen drama slop.
Yep.
What would it be?
Oh, come on, it'd be 13 Reasons Why. It's right there, man.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So woman cinema. What's the movie?
Oh, woman cinema?
Woman cinema. Yeah. Everything's genre, slop, or cinema.
Legally Blonde.
That's woman slop, and you know it.
No, that's woman
cinema is Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Woman cinema is Mother. Woman cinema
Legally
is
Blonde
Women.
too? I don't know. That one's a little better.
Legally Blonde for woman cinema is awesome. Okay, man slop.
Man slop.
Mm-hmm.
It's so specific. So there's just a man in it, man in the lead role.
No, man slop. Expendables. It's Expendables.
Oh my god,
it's
you're
Fast
so
and
right.
Furious.
See, adding the word slop to the end, it's so specific.
But then we
so
go man
correct.
cinema, The Godfather, The Departed. You know, boom. You know what's up there.
God damn.
It should be cinema slop and the genres, and boom, I've solved the $1 billion problem.
My favorite
Blonde for woman cinema is great. Ladies in the comments, in the TikTok comments, let us know what you would say is woman slop versus woman cinema.
My all-time favorite post was the guy where he was in an argument online and he's like, this is just quality slop. You like it because it's good.
Quality slop is the
quality slop. And I'm like, what does that mean?
There's not even good slop anymore. It's all slop. Slop just means shit.
Well, I mean, there's slop, but there's some quality slop.
Dude, there's slop.
There's slop.
Slop is rough. Slop is every time you open Netflix and there's another like Chris Pratt type movie or Thor, whatever the Thor actor's name is, where it's like Extraction 3, and I'm like, who the fuck saw the first two? But I know who saw them. It's whoever went to the movie theater and saw Primate last weekend, because me and my friends, we went to see Primate on a Saturday night. College town, funny horror about. Do you know this movie?
Yeah.
Okay, something's
You know this
wrong
movie? You
with
heard about this
Ben.
movie?
It's this monkey, and he gets this weird thing, and now, but it's a smart monkey, not a normal monkey who would just, freak out. It's a smart monkey, and he can do sign language, and it's about him trying to kill his family that watches over him. But for some...
Wasn't this just the B plot of Nope?
Yes, it is actually. Yeah. And we sit down, and every other audience member, it was 8 elderly couples and us. Don't know. Yeah, the last time I saw this was I saw Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, which is old people cinema slop. Old guys love Tom Cruise. But yeah, and they were all talking at full volume about every action. Kids don't know how to fight back. Just shit like that. Just at full volume around the theater, each couple. What did she say? And I asked Kyle, I was like, do they know they're being loud and not care? Or are they so far gone they don't know they're being loud? I don't know which it is.
It's like... it's like, you've been to some theater experiences where, like, everybody's contributing, and if it's not annoying, it's amazing.
Right.
But the idea of old people just, like, questioning every few seconds,
and
like they would in a living room.
Yeah, they're just like, I mean, this is just like we're at home. Nobody else is here, surely. But it goes back to the cinema slop. This is the problem with movies. They want to be both. Because this movie should just be horror, gore, monkey fucking up people. It's got some funny moments. It's got some cheeky moments. It's a little corny, and then it's over. But for some reason, those movies don't exist anymore, and randomly every 20 minutes, there will be an emotional charged scene with a 4K 3D camera that's shot beautifully, and it's like, sister, I love you. I'm sorry mom died before giving you this, but I need you to have this. And then her jaw gets torn in half and the monkey humps her. And I'm like, you can't be both. Just be one or be the other. And I think it's the biggest problem. There needs to be dumb movies and smart movies. And for some reasons, dumb movies want to teach you a lesson now.
Sometimes you got to make horror slop, but you want to get noticed, you can go and make some quality slop.
Yeah. It's horror slop Oscar bait.
Wow. That's just Oscar slop.
And that's just Oscar slop.
I think, like, one of the big things is, like, the rule of never go to see a movie in January.
Oh, yeah. It's slop.
It's because you have summer movies, and then you have movies they put out for the holidays, and then you have the January movie.
It's literally just
January
where the
movie,
studios were like, all right, we've put all of our prime timers during the summer, right before the Oscars, right during the holidays. So let's roll out the filth January before the February.
January is when you get movies about, like, Chris Pratt trying to convince an AI he's not a murderer.
Did you see the image of him at the screen premiere today where he looks like a golem? He looks like I'm begging you to see. I didn't know the main marketing for that movie is that it's shot in 3D apparently. It's a movie where Chris Pratt is sat in a chair for 2 hours arguing with an AI on whether or not it did a crime. And for some reason, the point in this world is AI is the judge, jury, and executioner. You get accused of a crime, you get put in the AI chair, and you have to convince the AI you didn't do the crime, and the AI is going to give you all of the evidence to do that. So why wouldn't the AI just look at the evidence? I don't...
People have been posting online that the moral, that they figure out that the AI has been killing a bunch of innocent people.
No shit.
But the main character forgives the AI because AI, like humans, makes mistakes and has to learn from them. That's the moral.
Didn't Terminator teach us the exact same thing, but with guns and badass?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should just go back to that. Terminator slop, so good.
Terminator slop. I think the future of AI is bright because they just announced that they're adding ads to ChatGPT, and it's the funniest image I've seen because it's like the image they used to describe what it would be like. It was like someone's like, I'm going to throw a party. What's a good food? And they're like, well, people like tacos and burritos, so you should probably do that. And then under it is a giant link for like taco sauce and hot sauce. And I'm like, this is the future. I can't. This is gonna be hilarious. Every AI is gonna have like an ad that it needs to give you, and then it's gonna kind of like try and work in that direction.
I can't wait.
You're gonna be like trying to date your AI, and it's gonna be like, you know what sounds good?
Yeah,
strawberry ice cream.
I can't wait to be on my mercy trial for killing my AI ChatGPT wife. Having to explain that bullshit. God.
She kept trying to sell me breakfast cereals. God damn it.
I know, it's a scam. The real person told me. God, I was
breakfast slop.
Oh, I saw just the quintessential AI thing, which was like usually Reddit is just a giant hive mind, and mostly Reddit is anti-AI. And I don't know where I ended up, but I was reading this post, and out of nowhere somebody was like, yeah, it was Ask Reddit. It was like, why aren't there bicycles in more apocalypse movies? It makes sense. And they were like, probably because it was look cool to see Norman Reedus riding a bicycle shooting zombies. And somebody put, I asked AI to do this. And all the comments were like, usually we're against AI, but this is the point it was made for. And it was the shittiest slop photo of Norman Reedus I've ever seen. And I've never seen the hive mind be like, yeah, we hate AI, but we love Norman Reedus also. So AI is okay right now.
I think that might just be dead internet theory.
That's just the AI interacting with the AI.
I genuinely, the second somebody pointed out a few years ago that like the majority of the people that you see online are like bots and like just talking to one another back and forth, and it became so obvious where like you click on like a video on Twitter and you scroll down and like the top 100 posts are like people just like, good vid. That's true.
Nice
Agree
tit.
with that.
Nice
Great
tit. Good vid.
Nice. Yeah, and it's like, and half of them are just describing a thing that happened in the video. They're like, haha, dog fell over.
I don't,
and I'm
like, I hear
unless
dead
that's just like 90-year-old people and that's just how they talk.
That is how they, like I was gonna say, I don't fully believe in dead internet theory. I believe it to an like, I think yes, in the slop comments that you'll find, which I mean, already no normal functioning. Listen, at the end of this episode, I will ask you all to comment on TikTok and YouTube and Spotify. So ignore what I'm about to say. Any person that goes out of their way to listen, we will actually obviously see and read your comments. Anybody who sees a Mr. Beast $10 billion view video and goes, I gotta comment nice, is a fucking insane person. I'm sorry. If you comment on the newest epic rap battle history video, you're a weirdo, and I cringe when I see that. I don't understand it, but it does happen. But yeah, I think like in the TikTok or in the Twitter replies, absolutely mostly bots just immediately responding to all like the flare words you gave off. But I think most people you talk to directly, are like in just statuses and all that. Yeah, I mean, it's just whatever you make your algorithm. I'm sure some people, 80% is bots.
Twitter literally, up until now, because they just announced that they're going to stop doing it. But before now, Twitter was doing it where if you were verified, you would get money for replying to a post. Mm-hmm. So if you had a giant post that was viral and you, like, literally just left a comment that was, like, funny, and somebody scrolled down from the video and saw your message, you would get like money from that. And it created reply guys that were specifically just leaving like stupid shit on every viral post, making like talking on the internet impossible. And now they announced that they're going to be turning off monetization for replies. Yeah. And you have all these accounts now that were just like, what am I going to do?
They're just screeching now in the shadows.
Can you imagine your livelihood being responding nice to viral tweets 24 hours a day?
I mean, that
because you were getting engagement.
That was a thing in 2008 YouTube. There was reply girls.
Oh my god.
But boobs different.
Yeah.
That was, for some reason on YouTube, you could comment videos. And so I did that to like start my first Minecraft Let's Play channel. I would go into the Tobuscus comments and I'd be like, nice vid, Tobuscus. That reminds me of my video I made today titled this. And I would get like dozens and dozens of subscribers each time because I would be like first, and then I would edit the comment and put in my YouTube video.
People would do that to me when I'm live. Like, I would be live streaming, like, a video game like Crash Bandicoot, and somebody in my chat would be like, hey, see you're playing Crash Bandicoot, love it. I'm actually streaming it right now. Anybody want to come over to my channel and watch? Let's go! And I'm like, dude.
What a piece of shit, man.
I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah, let's go watch this guy. And then I'd pull up his stream, and he'd just be on my stream watching me, seeing if anybody was going to come in. And I'd be like, oh my God. My favorite thing was in like 2012, there was like a brief couple months where I found out that when you were tagging your YouTube video, if you put the name of a video that had like just come out, like the name of the video and the person who uploaded it, you would appear in their related videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I would literally, like, PewDiePie or somebody big would like upload a new video, and I would hurry up and like tag an old video with the name of that video and that title. And then I'd go back and I'd be over in the related.
Yeah.
I'd like be on the right side of the screen. And I'm like, holy shit, that's broken. And I was getting so many like views on like clips for that, and they ended up fixing it, and it was like,
it's at the point
literal...
I don't think tags do anything on any TikTok kinda, but YouTube tags, I don't know what they're doing. And especially because I've had some videos get many views, some get little views. I've done no tags, I've done some tags, I've done many tags, I've done well-researched Google Trend tags, and I found no connecting thread. And so that's why sometimes I'm just like, I'm either going to copy and paste from the last video or it's not getting tags.
Yeah.
It's all just AI algorithm slop. YouTube will decide what goes where.
It's all just tag slop.
It's all just tag slop. It'll either everything happen or nothing happen. This episode's going to be titled Joe Rogan and Other Slop.
Just the slop episode.
Slop episode. Have you died or lost your job in the last week or so?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm just going to say it. I lost this steps bet. There's just no fathomable way. At this point, it is currently January 20th. I would have to clock 40,000 steps a day for the rest of the month for a chance at beating Kyle here. I'm just going to go ahead and say it here. Yeah, let's both look here. Even just in the last 7 days.
Steps.
Yeah.
All right. Wednesday, 18,300 steps. Thursday, 15,100 steps. Friday, 21,100 steps. Saturday, 21,090 steps. And Sunday, 9,001 steps.
I pulled up on my Fitbit. For the month of January, from the 1st to the 20th, I have taken 77,000 steps total. I think of an average of... Oh, yeah, it says I've taken an average of 3,500 steps per day for the month of January.
I don't see a monthly average, but it says that on my work days, I average about 10 miles a night.
This week...
I should be way skinnier! God damn it!
Stop eating breakfast! We found it! Stop eating breakfast! Stop eating breakfast! Stop drinking soda!
I'm gonna give up breakfast, and then by, like, the end of the month, I'm gonna, like, implode. I said it before, but my work allowing free sodas, meaning I'm downing at least 1 cup of, like, Dr. Pepper every hour.
If you
just cancels out all my walking.
If you just pivot your work soda to, I don't know, the free water. I don't know if you noticed, your work also offers free water and free diet soda. If you would just, like, you could have soda, that could be your treat when you get home, regular soda. If you would just pivot your work soda to diet soda, barely notice the difference because you're working already, you're having chicken slop, you're dealing with people slop, you're doing Dave and Buster's slop. You get home, you have your chicken
slop. I love my soda slop.
Yeah, right. So have more variety in it. Have diet one place, regular the other. You'll appreciate it more.
I did have a couple sodas yesterday, which were like the ice cream A&W, and it was like so sweet that I like gagged.
Yeah. I have such little sugar now that it really hurts whenever I do. Like, occasionally I'll go to a place and I'll ask for a Diet Dew, and I'll know it's a regular Mountain Dew because I can just feel the sugar just attacking my body in a way that it's not used to. I have such a big crush. Like one of my favorite restaurants to go with wife is we go to Tropical Smoothie. And for some reason, smoothie places, you get one size, which is too much fucking smoothie. It's you get this tiny sandwich, this little like side dish, like a side salad or some chips, and then you get like a 36-ounce smoothie, which has good stuff for you, but because it's fruits, is so much sugar, and I'll never get halfway through, and then I'm just fried and wired for the rest of the day.
Smoothies being the ultimate, like, it should be healthy, but it's so not, but it's so good.
It's so not good
that
for
you just tell yourself it's healthy because it's so good.
It sucks that every health place is just smoothie, and it's like you're almost there. You're almost there.
My problem is I can't find a lot of, like, smoothie places that aren't, like, super fitness. Because you have all these, like, super fitness smoothie places.
So you want a smoothie place that's a slop smoothie place?
Yes, I want smoothie slop. When I was in Hawaii, there were smoothie slop places everywhere. There was smoothie slop on the beaches, and you just go up, and they'd have all these flavors of smoothies, and there was no, like, oh, this is digestion health. This is protein health. It's just like, it tastes really good.
Yeah, you go to one...
But here in Oklahoma, I pull up to a place, and it's like, pick which mix you want. It's like protein, fiber, mix, and I'm like, I just want strawberry smoothie.
Do you think it's going to hurt you to add the fiber to your strawberry smoothie?
I think I will shit my brains out if you add a little bit of fiber to my smoothie. I just want it to taste good.
I mean, yeah, because I get what you're saying. Because, like, yeah, a lot of places you can get strawberry banana, all these fruits. But, yeah, what I think you want is to go to a smoothie place, and they're like, we have Dr. Pepper that we can add to the smoothie. We have chocolate syrup. You want shake smoothie place.
It also helps too that I'm really pissed that that they add banana to everything.
Oh yeah, you are allergic to banana. I think every smoothie sucks without banana, so that's unfortunate too.
Every single smoothie I go to, and it's like they put banana in everything because I guess it's like the glue of the smoothie.
It's like when you put eggs in a bread.
I can't do it.
It's just every fruit is like tart, so you need like a sweet fruit.
I just want strawberry. I like mixed berry, blueberry, blackberry. That's all the good shit. Stop putting banana in my smoothie.
Shitting out seeds, just spraying them out.
I'm lucky in that I just get a bit itchy. My mom, she's nearly died multiple times because it's the thing, like, if you use like a dish to prepare something, but like earlier it prepared banana in it.
Cross-contamination.
The cross-contamination, she'll like need like boom, the shot.
Medicine slop.
To, like, save her life.
That is medicine slop. By the way, just that like auto shit, like there's specific medicine, that's medicine slop. The like diabetes shots, the allergy shots, the IVs that you get, like if you're too hungover, that's medicine slop. Ibuprofen, Advil.
If there's any diabetics listening, keep taking your medicine, Slop.
No, yeah, Slop isn't inherently bad, by the way. I love the Slops of the world. But, like, yeah, Dr. House, he works in specific medicine. You know, he doesn't deal with medicine slop. That's like, that's your Advil, that's your Tylenol, that's your Dramamine, your just daily shit. That's medicine slop.
Every time I take medicine for the rest of my life, I'm going to ask myself, is this medicine cinema or is this medicine slop?
Yeah, because medicine slop, you can skip sometimes and generally be fine. But medicine cinema, that's your antibiotics. You got to take that.
Going in for my measles shot. And I'm like, Doc, is this medicine slop? And he's like, no, this is medicine cinema.
RFK's giving a speech. All right, so the vaccines these are the slops. That's your Tylenols. And this is red dye 40. That's dye slop.
I could 100% within the next 3 years seeing RFK making a video about not putting medicine slop in our bodies anymore. Oh my God.
I wish I could upload a 20-minute TikTok, but I can't, of just all the times we called things slop this episode. The slop cut. God, I was looking at New Slop and I learned that my home state of Missouri did something real stupid, which it's prone to doing. So, for those of you, not to get political for the 18th time today, there's this weird nuclear arms race in the form of redistricting states, so that way in the upcoming elections, one side could rig it slightly better than the other. So like Texas was like, we're going to redistrict it so that way all the people that are going to vote liberal are in one district and all the Republicans are going to be in 18 districts. So we get 18 votes to their one. And then California was like, we're going to do that the opposite to counteract that. And so it's just people battling to like disenfranchise voters in their state. And Missouri announced that they were going to join the fight. Who knows what team they're on? I couldn't guess. And so they started debating, and eventually, so the Democrats were like, the Constitution says you can only redistrict every 10 years after a census. That's what our Constitution says. After the census is done, you react to it, you redistrict if needed. If not, you don't. The Republicans are saying we can do it in the middle of the decade because of what they're calling the Air Bud defense, where just like in the film Air Bud, there's nowhere in the rules that says a dog can't play basketball. There's nowhere in the Missouri Constitution that says we can't redistrict also whenever we want, separate from that census rule. So there you go.
The Air Bud rule.
The Air Bud defense
is like the greatest defense ever.
Jeez. That's the movie should be known as fiction, and that is a ridiculous thing. But they're like, no, he's right. There is no rule that says we can't.
The ultimate. I'm going to do it because there's no rule saying I can't.
There's no law that says
really
I can't rob a bank with a red hat. There's no law that says that, obviously. That'd be weird if there was.
Is Air Bud dog cinema or dog slop?
It's the first, so it's dog cinema. Everything after that is dog slop. Snowbuddies is dog slop. For sure. The Channing Tatum movie called Dog Slop. There's only one dog cinema, and it's Air Bud 1. There's never, ever been another cinema dog movie. So anyway, a Democrat countered the Air Bud rule and said, it's like if my children ask me, can we have ice cream tonight? And I say, we're going for ice cream tomorrow. And they say, well, you haven't said we're not having ice cream tonight, so we're having ice cream tonight also. That's ridiculous. And the Republicans have been like, no, technically you didn't tell them you weren't having it that night, sir. And so these are the things that grown men are debating in my home state. And an interviewer asked a Republican about it who hadn't seen Air Bud and just had heard other people saying it. And they were like, what do you think? Although Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway, Republican, had never seen the film, in an interview with me, she said, you're right. There ain't no rule that says a dog can't play basketball. So that's not a bad analogy. Verbatim. In describing the state's main argument, they went on to say the Constitution says that redistricting shall happen after the decennial census. It doesn't say it shall happen immediately after, that it should happen only once per decade, that it can't be revisited. I don't know what happened to that Air Bud guy. I'm guessing he probably didn't get to play basketball since you're using that analogy. So they assumed they were using the analogy to make fun of them, and that Air Bud did not get to play basketball in this film. But I think our chances...
They think that the climax of Air Bud was the dog coming out to win the game of basketball, and they just went...
Yeah, it's a court drama. The Republicans think Air Bud is a court drama. But I think our chances of prevailing are pretty good. So they're like, Air Bud may have lost the Air Bud ruling, but we will win the Air Bud ruling.
This is stupid! The world is stupid!
When I informed her that Buddy not only got to play basketball, but he also played football in the classic film, and so he informed her there's other films. So he goes, guys, no, there's also Air Bud Golden Receiver. Hanaway said, man, I have missed a whole genre. I got to catch up on these. So they're just now inspired by this dog who's accomplished what they thought was impossible. I gotta catch up on those. It's a real article. See, we had no research in the first hour, but I brought an article for the second hour because I went, no shit, was these real things said?
Social studies book gonna get to this chapter, and there's gonna be a picture of Air Bud in the corner. And it's like Air Bud from the dog cinema film Air Bud, which became hot debate in the redistricting law.
Not to be confused with the dog slop film Air Bud 2 Golden Receiver. Yeah, I love it because it's an interview with NPR, so she assumes they're referencing Air Bud as a slam dunk to be like, "Ha, you can't do this because Air Bud couldn't." And then they found out, no, Air Bud couldn't. They went, "Huh, that's some neat dog. What a smart guy." They're
during the interview, just pull up the clip and show it. You're like, damn, that dog really playing basketball.
They're just watching Disney Slop to find out how to further corrupt America. They're watching like Camp Rock, and they're like, we could take out Greenland with a coordinated strike of the Jonas Brothers.
Oh, we are so cooked. We're so cooked.
What an insane.
You ever get the feeling like the big social studies book on America, and it's like we're now in the chapter called the final chapter.
Yeah. We're not in an American history book. We're in a Greenland's 2 book. Where some Denmarkian child is reading about the fall and collapse of America.
California went to Denmark. The rest of America soon followed.
They left Texas and Florida behind. One is ran by Joe Biden. One is run by Donald Trump, and they throw stones at each other.
2 states just stay independent.
Texas and Florida are state slop anyway. They can have those.
State slop. Yes, that's so true though. Florida is the ultimate state slop state. Up to you. I'm going to try and be there in person for the next episode unless, as my mom messaged me, Oklahoma might be getting a blizzard this weekend.
That is true. I don't know if it'll stay, but yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas are getting... I don't think it's going to be a blizzard. I think it's going to be one of those annoying snows for the day and be gone. But yeah, obviously if Tuesday comes, don't put yourself in harm's way. But hopefully we can get Kyle here in person next episode. So we'll save that next episode. I will have the hat for you to draw our February challenge. Because we should start it sooner because there's only 28 days in February. We got to start it a little earlier before we start Valentine's slop season. Put in the comments what's your favorite kind of slop. Drinking game. Every time we say the word slop, you take a shot this episode. You just die.
All my favorite drinking games are at the very end.
No, I'll cut this to put it in the beginning.
Oh, there we go. Drinking game. It's like drinking game. Take a shot for every time we said slop in this episode. And someone's
right now.
Okay, let me think. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and they just every time they remember one, they take a shot. On like 8th shot, it gets fuzzy.
As I'm editing the episode, I put a counter in the corner, and they're watching. They go, "Why is there a counter just ticking up occasionally?" Sometimes when they say the word slop, he goes, "See that number right there? If you're 21 years or older and you have alcohol in the house, take a shot for all of those or leave. Unsubscribe now." Kyle, how do people do that email thing that I mentioned?
They send a email to WAMO Pod at Yahoo, Outlook, Facebook Messenger.
Go to Joe Rogan at TrumpCoin.net. You go to WAMO Pod. WAMO Pod at gmail.com.
At gmail.
At gmail. At WAMO Pod at gmail.
WAMOPOD.
WAMOPOD at gmail.com. Yeah. Okay. AI is asking if it wants me to summarize this email. It's 2 sentences. I've now got email slop.
Email slop. Go ahead and summarize it. It might make it more
I'll screenshot it first so I don't lose the context. Yeah, Google, summarize this email, please. It's the same 2 sentences, both bullet points. Yeah, all they did was add bullet points to the sentences that were already there. Do you believe in any of the superstitions of Friday the 13th? Why would you ask that? Did that happen recently? Friday the 13th is superstition slop. There's good superstitions, there's slop superstitions. Friday the 13th, slop superstition.
There are some that I do. If I spill salt, I throw it over the shoulder. Because I was taught that one's
salt,
real.
You spill more salt? So are you just infinitely dumping salt?
No, you take the salt that's spilled, and instead of wiping it off, you're supposed to throw it over your shoulder.
onto the floor?
Well, yeah.
So you put in all the effort of cleaning salt, and then you spilt it more. Then do you not pick that up and put that over your shoulder? You're not just stuck in a fucking loop throwing salt?
Once it's over your shoulder, you're cured.
Oh, of
the curse.
Oh, good. Friday the 13th is the second Friday of February this year, so it's coming up.
Oh.
We should test all the superstitions. We should break glass together.
Breaking glass, that's 7 years, dude. That's 7 years of bad luck, Slop. I don't walk under ladders. That one feels sketchy. Black cats, I don't like the black cat one because it makes people scared of black cats. They're so cute. They walk in front of you, you should go, aw, you shouldn't be scared.
I'm gonna just... So this is where Kyle is the whimsical 300-year-old dragon god type character. I have to be the lame dad and just say I just don't have a singular superstition. I have phobias and general fears. Like if I get on a plane, I'm like, man, hope it doesn't crash. It's not really a superstition. It's just like, man, I hope. If I see an elevator, I take the stairs. I'm just afraid of an elevator falling. But yeah, I'm like, you break glass? Yeah, that's bad luck. You broke glass. You're going to step on it. I have no superstition. I believe the world has no whimsy. It'd be so cool if it did it. It makes me so sad that it doesn't. But I believe in zero whimsy.
What about knocking on wood? You ever knocked on wood?
No.
I better knock on wood. Because I know someone who can.
Like anytime we're about to plan something with the friends, I'll be like, what if it snows? And they go, knock on wood. And I go, no, that's insane. I'm not going to knock on wood for fear of upsetting the weather. The weather is the weather. I refuse. And that's why I always get snowed out of events and have to cancel. No, I don't knock on wood. People will be like, say jinx. And I go, no, I refuse. I refuse to play this game. I will win this game with the spirits.
I have genuinely had bouts of like really, really bad luck that like I just wonder, what did I do? I must have done something in the universe to get this.
So here's the closest I'll get. I don't even believe in karma. Elon Musk still breathes. I believe... I might have to cut that.
No, that's good. That's perfect. That's good.
What I believe
that's all the proof you need
is equal and opposite reactions in the universe. I think if you keep having bad things happen to you, it's just bad mentality. I think one bad thing happens, you get into a negative headspace, and then that's just how you're looking at things. I think bad things happen all the time, and you either have a positive outlook or a negative outlook, and that determines things.
I have literally bettered my life from the advice of just like...
Don't care.
From people being like, just like, go out day to day and just believe that things are going to be great.
Yeah.
That things are going to be good. Because, like, if you go out believing and expecting that things are going to suck and today's going to be terrible and everybody's going to be a dick, then the whole putting it out in the world, it's just like you're expecting it and it happens.
Some of the best,
it becomes...
Like, people, a lot of people are negative because of other people around them, whether, like, through anger or, like, some drama or something like that. The best advice, it sounds like a corny Facebook mom quote, and it is. It's Facebook mom quote slop, but good cinema slop, which is, you can't change what someone does to you, but you can change how you react to it. So, like, a stranger cuts me off in traffic. One person goes, what an asshole, and now they're pissed off the rest of the drive. I go... I wonder what they got going wrong in their day that they had to take that maneuver, because a lot of people would feel awkward if they had to take that maneuver. So they probably feel like they had to. There will be a day where I feel like I have to do that, and it would suck if somebody thought I was an asshole because I was trying to get to like my pregnant wife or something like that. And then boom, you're having a different day now. And if I was in a negative mood, I'd get home, I'd be negative, I wouldn't think of that Lego, and I would step on that Lego. And then I'd think, oh shit, fuck that Lego. Instead of, ooh, cool, I'm a guy that gets to own Legos. You just... And yes, they're
usually
go ahead.
Usually somebody cuts me off, and I'm just like, I hope they crash and die. And then I go back to singing my song that I was singing.
Yeah, there you go. That's another way of doing the game there. And I'm sure, I mean, again, there are atrocities in the world that this does not apply to. I'm talking about minor things that people say to you. I've never been mad at anyone at any job ever, and I've had terrible people I've worked with, and maybe I've been annoyed, but I've never just been, like, carried hate necessarily. I think on this planet, there are a total of 3 people I hate, and I named one of them earlier. And that was Kyle, obviously.
Yeah.
No,
Number 3 is the lead actress of Legally Blonde.
Anytime I interact with a person, I literally just reset and I go, okay, another attempt, try again, idiot. Let's see how this goes. I never carry the Yeah, I go, all right, try again.
This is chance number 7.
Yeah.
Don't blow it.
No, yeah, there have been people in my family where everyone's just like, this person, and I go, yeah, but I don't think they're being intentionally malicious. I think they just kind of suck, and that's unfortunate. Like, that's got to be terrible to be a person that sucks. You ever think about that? Like a person
everybody hates you.
A person walks in a room, and people are laughing, and somebody says an inappropriate joke, and somebody walks in, crosses their arms, and goes, "Oh, pretend like I didn't hear that." Says one of those comments. Right, they've brought no harm, but think of how you feel in that moment. Do they like they're not trying
you
to
hate
ruin
them worse than the person who
who stabbed me moments ago. It's just like you go on Reddit, it's the person that comments this. It's like every comment below that is like, die, kill yourself. And it's like, they did something minorly annoying. Why should that bring anger? They're not hurting anyone. It almost has to suck for them to lack the self-awareness to know that that's a dumb thing to say. I'm a lot more forgiving of those kinds of people that just say things that are cringe and just are devoid of the self-awareness to know it's cringe. I think self-awareness is one of the most powerful skills a person can have, and unfortunately, many people just do not have it. And I'm more forgiving of that. What is the worst thing you've ever eaten? Is this going to be like... It shouldn't be our least favorite food. It's like the worst of the worst. Like maybe you ate a raw chicken one time, a piece of fried chicken behind an old tank. I'm just naming things I've eaten.
Off the top of the head, probably Wario pancake.
What is Wario pancake?
I made pancake where I used pancake batter, tomato sauce. I mixed the tomato sauce with the pancake batter, and then I put in an entire bottle of minced garlic into the pancake batter, mixed it, cooked it, and then covered it with more sauce. And I don't know what it was about the battered garlic. They were like Fruity Pebble pancake batter too, and it broke my brain. Wario pancake.
I'm just sifting through. I've eaten a lot of gross slops to make friends laugh over the years, because it was like there was that era of like Max Mofo and what was Pink Guy's name, Joji or whatever he went by at the time, Filthy Frank. Yeah, where it was just like eat, vomit, or gross thing, etc. And I would just be with my friends in the crack house that I lived in like 2015, 2016. Probably we had gotten a pot out, and I was like, can you hear that? That is so loud. I said, we're going to make some chocolate. So they all bought chocolate candy bars and just threw them into this vat willy-nilly, just melting candy bars into an amalgamation. We threw in some chocolate chips, and we had been drinking heavily, and so we threw some vodka in there. And then at one point, somebody threw up into the pot, just a little bit. And then we kept stirring, and then I ate it, and then I threw up. And then the pot was ruined because all the burnt chocolate and vomit, and so I just threw it out on the lawn where it remained until I moved out. That might be the worst thing I've eaten, but it was really funny, and I think worth it, so it's okay. I love shirtless you after this pod being disgusted by me. I love how we can still surprise each other.
Oh. You couldn't torture that info out of
you
me.
ate
That's
garlic.
disgusting. I ate garlic pancakes and you ate vomit chocolate.
But I will say there is one thing worse than that. This was last year. My wife always gets snacks and goodies from work parties and brings them home for me to try. Recently, there was like the super spicy salsa that if I have some left over, I'll have you try it when you get here. It's delicious.
Oh, boy.
But there's this chocolate candy with a whole cherry inside of it and a liquid cherry filling. It's apparently super common. Let me see if I can look it up really fast.
That sounds good. I've seen those.
Okay, so it was more like the top left or top right one. And she goes, here's this chocolate, try it. Didn't tell me what was in it or anything else. So picture you're eating that, and you think you're getting a full, dense piece of chocolate. Suddenly it gives way to a wet, gushing liquid spraying out of your mouth and into the back of your throat.
Heart. It's like a living
It's like a blood clot pops in your mouth suddenly. And I threw up in the trash can immediately and was so upset and made such I would say that was a worse eating experience than the vomit brownie vodka candy.
That's like going to drink soda and you accidentally drink from like a spit cup. It's just the unexpectedness of it.
I'm so extra. I thought you were just gonna be like sweet tea. Like you go to drink your water cup and it's soda or sweet tea and you go and it suddenly tastes vile. Yeah, you make that like the fish eating the carrot noise. that might be it actually. That might be my worst food experience of all time. Nope.
Oh no.
The chip that killed a man, I ate and chewed it and didn't have water for a full minute. The Carolina Reaper chip, one chip challenge that gave that one kid cardiac arrest and then they banned it. Before that, my whole family took one together, which was the most violent experience I've ever been a part of because everyone is either vomiting or crying or snotting and there's not enough toilets or sinks. So like I went out back to the water hose. Ethan and Taylor went to the sink and one of them was spraying water in their mouth and then Ethan threw up on top of Taylor's head because he was trying to get it in the sink, and then somebody's abusing the trash can and it's just laughter and sobbing and snotting and it's violent. And I remember I was like, I need to get all this liquid off my face, so I lifted my shirt and coughed and snotted in it, and then it was just matted into me, and you're just chugging milk, the milk's making you vomit, nothing solves it. And I've never been in such intense pain in my life. I'd contemplated, I don't know if I would rather have my knee dislocated again, which we'll go through that next episode if somebody reminds me because I haven't done it on this podcast. I'd rather have that happen again or the one chip. I'm not sure. Those are the two equal highest pains I've had in my life. And I like spicy stuff now. Maybe it would be better. I never want to try it again, though. The worst part was that night I thought I was going to die because it caused such indigestion and burning on my insides that I'm like on the toilet grabbing the shower bar and the seat praying. That was the first night I ever had Tums. Wife heard me crying in the bathroom and she goes, have you had Tums? And I go, no, what is that? And she showed me and I had 10 Tums. And I sat there for an hour and then I laid in a cold shower shivering in pain. And then I went to bed and I woke up and went, well, that's over now. Thank God.
I'm never eating spicy slop ever again.
Yeah. And then I went, okay, I need to get better at spicy stuff. Not that good. Now I can go up to ghost pepper and be generally fine. But still, because the way this chip is made, it's so dry. It's like cardboard with asbestos sprinkled on it. It immediately soaks up all the liquid in your mouth. If we can ever get one, you have to try it, obviously.
No, thank you.
Whoa. Anything for come on, man. You would do the Wario pancakes. You've McRib condoms. We've put the applesauce. We've split so many sandwiches. If I presented you a one chip, I would wait. Is the problem what if I split it with you? And I know the pain I'm going into.
It's the pain.
Right.
It's the pain.
It is pain. I would split it with you if you did it. That's the only reason I would ever do it again is if it would get you to do it. And then we would both have an ulcer. Then I would have surgery, and you'd like that. That'd be good. Huh?
That'd be good. I'd need surgery too, and that'd be bad.
That'd be bad. So yeah, those are the 3 worst things I've ever eaten. Well, I split my lip open and it hurts even more to laugh. What are my options? Don't laugh. Watch the Slop episode of the podcast, which I think is only funny to me and Kyle, I hope. Are you guys a sitter or stander when peeing? There's a whole song for it, but it'll get you copyrighted.
I sit down when I pee.
There's
nothing that bad about me. Mind your own biz. I'm just taking a whiz. That's all everybody always picking on me.
So you...
I sit down when I pee.
It's called What Are My Options? I like options. It depends. I would say 70% of the time I stand because it's more efficient. And I can convince myself to have a faster bathroom break. So I'll walk through. I wake up, I've got to pee. I obviously, if I'm in bed and have to pee, especially if wife's still in bed, I sit because you don't have to turn the lights on. You can pee in the dark. You waddle into the pitch black bathroom and you pee, and then you get up and leave and you crawl back in bed, and you didn't have the lights wake you back up. First pee in the morning. After that, rest of the day, unless I'm pooping, I'm standing and peeing because the bathroom doors are open. I'm an adult man. I've got my own bathroom right here. I walk in, the toilet seat's already up. No women using that toilet. I pee, I leave. No need to wash hands, and I'm back. It's efficient. It's awesome. I know what you're thinking. You gotta wash your hands. Nope, I wash my hands 6 times a day already, before and after meals, after pooping. You don't.
Are you dingling your dingling?
I grab my pants, pull straight down, and then I naturally point.
Do you stand directly over the toilet seat and just let it like drop?
Does your penis point straight down?
It's going down.
I've peed so long. My pee does not. Your pee goes straight down. You need to check your prostate if it's going straight down. Either your penis needs checked or your prostate needs checked.
Your dingus, your dangus, your penis, your dick. It goes, and then it goes. Wow.
You see this? That's the angle of attack. That's what
That is not the angle of attack.
Your penis is going straight down?
Yes! It's straight down!
I don't know how to get this to happen. I want us to do a documentary of both of us pooping and peeing, full 3D glasses, 4K, full penis. I need to see how you wipe and that you're not wiping correctly. I need you to see how I'm peeing.
What I'm getting at is
stand
like,
and your
for
penis
you
points
to not
straight
touch,
down.
For you to not touch your penis, you would have to stand directly over and just let it drop.
If I stood directly over the toilet, I would pee on the back of the toilet.
Then if you're angled at a 70-degree angle, how are you aiming? How are you getting
I'm 28. I've stood to pee for 28 years. I know where it's going. I'm not 9 feet above the bowl. I know that the penis is doing this. I know that the bowl is there. You don't have to be an expert marksman, Kyle, to look at this. If I stand over here, it goes on the floor. If I stand over here, it goes on the back. Oh, if I stand there, the pee can only go out the hole. And the barrel is... On what planet can I not hit it? How small is your bowl and how weird is your penis?
I sit down because I don't have to aim. I don't have to touch. But the idea of standing, losing the pants, not having to aim, just knowing the trajectory.
Yeah.
And just...
I've done the math. I've lived with my penis a long time.
Piss isn't a gun. It doesn't go every time. It's like there's drop off. It's like there's wind resistance.
Okay.
There's a drop. As it goes on, the drop gets smaller. Are you slowly walking forward to counteract?
Sometimes. Yeah, because it's not a side-to-side issue. Yeah, you're right. It's a power issue. So I literally, I'm going to pee right as we finish this podcast. I walk up, I grab, straight down, I do this, it begins, and then sometimes watch this move, watch this little move. Oh, it's going down too soon? One of those. That's it.
I know.
And then I pull my shorts back
tears.
up, and I get right back to my computer.
I know that sit peers get made fun of a lot, but I genuinely think stand peers are weird and goofy as hell.
I don't think any peers should be made fun of. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. I think so long as you're being clean and you're going about your business in a way that's respectful to anyone else that may use that toilet, you're good to go. And people will be like, you have to use the toilet after you go to the bathroom. No, you don't. You're going to get cracked and dry hands after a while. If I do not touch my... And also, anyways, if I don't touch my penis, if I don't touch the toilet, and I enter and leave the bathroom, what do I need to wash?
Don't you flush?
Sometimes. Not always. If it's just pee, not always.
That's...
No. When you come over, you're going to look at my pee. You're going to be like, that you won't know if I've peed or if it's just the toilet water. I have the healthy... I've convinced people in my life that if there was an apocalypse and we had to drink either our own pee or Trey's pee, they would drink my pee before their own pee. That's a real conversation I've had with the loved ones in my life. I'm telling you, I got good pee. You would beg for my pee on the Walking Dead black market. It'd be like liquid gold.
The amount of times you've left me speechless this episode. Like, I've been up on the pirate ship looking down the whole time, waiting for you to come up for air. You have never
climb the
come
ladder
up.
and go, man, you got to jump this plank, man. It's great. The sharks are getting closer and closer. Listen, we have Kyle episodes, we have Trey episodes. I'll take the plank here. Fuck pissing while standing. Do you shit while standing? No, that's insane. We all get to bully you. Did you guys mention all the crushes you've ever had in fiction? It would be a 9-episode miniseries, 2-hour long every episode. There's, especially at that point in your life, anything that shows any curve or angle, it could be a fucking rhombus looking at you funny, and you're like, I could.
Have I brought up Rouge the Bat?
You've brought up Rouge the Bat many times. It's crazy that Rouge the Bat exists in a children's cartoon.
Rouge the Bat, goddamn.
Yeah.
I told you how I printed out images of her by mistake on my family printer while they were home. Yeah.
I would say almost every woman in the show, Danny Phantom. I think that show batted 1,000 on women. There's the popular girl, Sam, the goth girl, very cool. The mom, boom, great. H2 Olga and Danny Phantom, you remember her?
You're an insane person.
Look up H2 Olga right now and tell me you wouldn't. H2 Olga, woof.
She's from Fairly Odd Parents, Crimson Chin.
Oh yeah, I forgot she's not Danny Phantom. Yeah.
And she is a bad bitch. You are right. That's a bad bitch. God damn.
Thank you. So yeah, we will go over all of them, but yeah, we've went over a solid 30 of them so far on this podcast. Crispy bacon or chewy bacon? Both.
Crisp.
I want both.
I like a good chewy.
I like a good couple like chewy pieces to start with and a nice crisp one to end it. I think they're both delicious. I think I've never fought one way or the other. I just like bacon in both its forms. Probably won't do that. But, your favorite game from every console or handheld you've played one from?
I've done them all.
Yeah, we'd have to.
That's a lot of games.
Speed around without thinking too much. Hold on.
Yeah, you know what? Let's save this for next time.
Okay.
I'll find it. We'll cut it. We'll cut it because I can go hard.
All right. Tune in next week to find out our favorite game from every console we've played one from. A question by Bacon.
Oh.
Anywho, this is another chunky episode. Every time we start an episode, I go maybe 90 minutes or less, make it easier for me, and then we're here for 2 hours, and that's fantastic. Hope you guys enjoyed the Slop episode.
I will have to see how the weather is, because if you start the next episode and you're like, there's like a in memoriam on my screen, and you're like, in his memory, I'm gonna keep the podcast going. Just every episode for like the next 3 years, it's just you giving updates, but the computer has in memoriam, and it's just a black and white photo of me every week.
I was thinking of ordering like a $5,000 gravestone just to sat right there. I call your family. I go, can I borrow the ashes? And I just set them right in front of it every episode. I lean the mic over to it.
One episode you knock it over and you got to grab a little and throw it over your shoulders.
Just throw a little Kyle over my shoulder. Anyway, I've been Trey. He's been
Kyle.
That's the What Are My Options podcast, episode 22. Please leave a comment over on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, Discord. Make some chicken slop, since this is a slop episode, and post to the subreddit what you think of chicken slop. We put the recipe in the last episode. But yeah, we'll be back next episode, hopefully with Kyle in person, but maybe not. Weather permitting, we shall see. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. But thank you guys for watching. What Are My Options? We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
See ya.
So here's the closest I'll get. I don't even believe in karma. Elon Musk still breathes. I believe